Okay, hello and welcome to the video. While I'm at it, another part of the discussion, because it started on one of Ramsey Dewey's posts, where he made the comment in his title, which was a little bit misleading because he actually said something different in his video. But in his title, he said that something words to the effect that that good people didn't have to be fighters and fighters didn't have to be good people or whatnot. And I said, I'm a good fighter and I'm a good person. I don't have a criminal record. I've never committed a felony or misdemeanor, and I've never committed a crime other than minor traffic violations. All right. Well, how do you define a good person except by the law of God? Because he responded with a quote of Paul saying that there was none good except God, which I think Jesus also said, which is actually not true. All right. Just for example, in the book of Job, God said that Job was one of the three most righteous men who ever lived, and that he feared God, he revered God, and hated evil. And he said there was nothing wrong with Job. All right. And then in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, God, speaking through Moses, tells everybody, you choose this day who you serve. You're going to choose either life or death, blessing and cursing, good or evil, in Deuteronomy 28. All right. So the claim that everybody is evil just because they were born evil that Paul taught is totally false. It also violates Ezekiel's book, where Ezekiel totally refuted the doctrine of original sin. As a matter of fact, let me explain this to you. The Ten Commandments are the core of the law of God. They're actually derivable from the law of love. Don't do to others what you don't want done to yourself. The silver rule that Confucius wrote 700 years before Jesus of Nazareth was even born. All right. That derives 7 of the 10 commandments. So they're a law. They are a derivable law, which atheists deny. But that derives 7 of the 10 commandments. The first and second commandment are derivable from the cosmological argument, and the seventh day is common sense that you ought to rest instead of working 7 days a week. I mean, I don't even know who would want to work 7 days a week. But anyway, but be that as it may, the 10 commandments are derivable law of God. How Paul's doctrine was that you were justified, quote, by faith without the good works of the law. How could you possibly be justified without doing anything good? That is a lie. The law is the definition of what good and evil are. So you can't believe Paul's doctrine at all. And he actually directly contradicted Jesus too, because Jesus said that the law was never going to pass away as long as heaven and earth existed. And then along comes Paul and says the law has passed away, and now you're just justified by claiming to believe in Jesus. That's bullcrap. That's not prophesied anywhere in the law and prophets, and even Jesus himself never said that. As big a clown as Jesus was. All right? So the notion that you could be saved by Jesus' death and alleged resurrection is a complete lie, because in Deuteronomy 28, why did he tell you to do good to be saved? And if you do evil, you're going to be cursed in all these ways. He didn't say, well, if you trust in a savior that I'm going to send in 1,300 years, then you'll be saved. He said, no, you choose this day who you are going to serve. Either do good or do evil. All right? So I don't believe in original sin, and I don't believe you're justified by faith, because even James didn't believe that. He said even the devil believes in God, and he was a Christian.